Hello, welcome to the energy of the three and the nine of spades contract today. I'm Kristen Vallis. I am a quantum numerologist and wealth expansion and certified brain game coach. And that just means I help people to, not just, it's quite a big thing actually, I help people to understand who they are, what they want, why they want it, what they were coded to come here to do, their divine purpose, and how to create that. And today we're diving into the energy of the day, which is all about adjusting to the flow. So we've entered this new six energy year, and we've come out of this year last year where it was all about forward movement, constant change, constant pivoting. And, we could be finding ourselves still caught up in that. And that would put us out of alignment with the new energy that's come in, with the new flow. We're being asked to slow down, put the brakes on a bit, not to, you don't have to come to a screeching halt, but definitely slow down is the energy for today. And, really contemplation, meditation, and some celebration could be in order today for, allowing the release, surrendering to the flow of divine timing. There are things that we're considering today. This week I talked about on Monday when I did the weekly forecast, how we're looking at our purpose in life and being really pulled to that purpose. And that's, we're seeing yesterday and today where we've been out of alignment with our purpose. And so it's coming in really strong. And welcome if you're on the live or on the replay. Let me know in the comments that you're here and where you're listening from. And so that's going to be a big theme for today, and you're probably feeling it. You may be feeling this in your body too. There's a lot of symptoms coming up today potentially for people with this releasing. Don't worry about it. It's nothing to be too concerned about. It will pass. And it's normal for this type of energy with this nine of spades contract to maybe feel some physical symptoms because we are letting things go. It's a great day to make sure that you're eating cleaner, drinking lots of water, and staying hydrated, all of those things. This kind of energy wants us to release. And so, anything that helps allow that release, keeping your diet lower in fat and, not diving into the junk food today, although you may feel like doing that with that three energy, it would be better for you if you just allow the flow to happen. And so there's some aspects with that. Hi, Lynette. Oh, Saskatoon. Where is Saskatoon? I don't know where that is, but welcome. And so we are being invited to slow the pace down, to smell the roses this year, to enjoy the journey, and considering that in application to how we live our life, what our lifestyle is. Does our current lifestyle allow for that? And if it doesn't, what changes are we going to make this year to allow for more of that to happen, to allow for more connection in our lives with our family, with our friends, with the people closest to us, with our communities? This is what we're being called into this year. And so examining how we work in the world, how we show up in the world, and how work shouldn't even really be how we consider what we do for a living, right? This is about finding the fun and the celebration in every moment and every day. And so how can we make adjustments to what we're doing in our lifestyle every day? And that will include changing the way that we work. And, this whole situation that started in 2020 has changed the way we work quite a bit. And, as we keep progressing through this this consciousness shift, we're being invited to, in Canada, okay, cool, about the Dakotas. We're being invited to re-examine how we define what work is. And the three energy is coming in today and saying, it's meant to be fun. Life is meant to be fun. And when we are fully in alignment, that nine of spades wants us to be in alignment with our purpose. And when we're fully in alignment with our purpose and fully in expression of ourselves as we've come here to be, uniquely us, we will feel that fun and ease and enjoy the roses and the journey along the way, because we're loving every day of every moment, and you're not caught up in a job that isn't fulfilling to you, that isn't in alignment with who you are. It's not in alignment with your personality, with your soul. If you're feeling burned out, yeah, if you're feeling burned out, like, this is the energy today is saying, that's telling you something. That's telling you somewhere you are out of alignment. Either, in your work life, something with your health maybe needs to be addressed, or, some changes in how you live your life, feed your body, all of that stuff, exercise, things like that. Or it could be your relationships, because the nine of spades encompasses everything, right? So it could be your, physical world that you're out of alignment with the money, or, your environment. A lot of us are considering where we're living and whether that feels good to us or not this year. And so you may be considering things like that as well. Like, does your home feel aligned to you? Does it feel nurturing? Does it feel supportive? And that's the energy that's coming in today. So there's a lot of things up for consideration in how we can experience more balance, peace, and ease. And the nine is asking us to see that big picture, to really look at the big picture of things, and consider all of that. Like, how do we want our life to look? And knowing that we're protected in this time of exploration, and to be able to, like, the fear and anxiety could rise up about, well, yeah, but I can't make these changes because I have all of these different responsibilities or whatever, and what will happen if I, lean into what I really want to do instead of what I'm doing to survive, right? And it's, letting go of that, and letting go of the idea that you need to survive, letting go of scarcity mentality, letting go of all of that, right? And trusting that when you're in alignment with your purpose, you actually you attract more money to you. And the nine, all nines attract all the resources they need. They know they're in the flow. When they're in the high side of their expression, they're in that flow of divine timing, but they're in the universal flow of all of the laws of the universe, right? The nines are really good at this in the high side, and that's what the energy is asking you to trust, is that you're always supported. All of the resources that you need will always come to you if you trust in the flow. And I kind of think of the nine, the lesson with the nine is, if you hold a bar of soap in your hand and you hold it like this, then it will stay in your hand if it's wet, right? A wet bar of soap. But if you close your hand tightly around it, or you try to, the bar of soap slips out, right? You can't grab a wet bar of soap. It's just going to keep falling out of your hand. The nine says, do this. Let the soap be there, and you can receive the resources you need, and then you can also give the resources you need at the same time, right? This is about that. Like, the nine just allows things to come in and move out, and with a happiness and a celebration about it, of the enjoyment of the flow, of the a gratitude and appreciation for the flow. And they don't get attached to things, right? This is, about really loving the letting go, because you're making space for something even better to come in. And that every time you're willing to release something, then something else is coming to take its place that's even better. When you see the big picture, when you're focused on your big picture, and the three saying, when you're willing to create what you want and focus on what you want to create. So that's what the energy is today. It's a beautiful opportunity to allow us to release, to move forward, and in celebration that we are in this graduation phase, we're in this initiation of something new, and not to fear that, but to really embrace that, because that is in fact the way the divine timing cycle works, and we're all in it whether we choose to be or not. This is how we've designed our universe to work. So there's a definite ebb and flow of things and how things cycle through. And so embracing that cycle and moving with it. And it's really funny because this morning, before I even leaned into the energies, I was like, oh, what do I want to offer this week, in my Love Yourself to Wealth group for, some sort of like little chat or kind of gathering, whatever. And I was like, oh, maybe we should talk about the cycle of divine timing. And then I, really looked at, oh, you look at the energy for today. This is perfect. So of course I'm thinking about that. So look for that in the Love Yourself to Wealth group coming up this week. We'll talk about divine timing and how it all works and how to lean more into that. And we will be going into that much deeper in the brain game next week. We're starting the brain game as a group. We'll be moving through the cycle of divine timing over a 10-week period. And it's beautiful because if you've tried a lot of different things to get your life on track, to move forward, to break through certain patterns of behavior, all of the things, right? I tried so many things before the brain game and nothing had a lasting impact. I would always end up repeating cycles of behavior that were sabotaging, destructive, whatever. And finally, like even ending up homeless because I just couldn't break this cycle of lack and debt and all of that. And this brain game was the one thing that got me out of that for good, that helped me break through, because it moves through all of the stages of divine timing in order. It takes you through step by step. And that's where most of the other programs miss the mark, because they give you certain bits and pieces of the cycle, or they put them out of order. So you get mixed results and it's not lasting. It doesn't bring you through to that transformative breakthrough that you're really seeking. And the brain game does that. It's designed in order to work with the cycle of divine timing. So join us in the Love Yourself to Wealth group. The link is in my bio. And if you want to know more about joining us in the brain game next week, then there will be a link in the description. It's actually already there. You can click on that to find out more about what the brain game is. And then if you're ready to go ahead and join us, there'll be a button there for that at the bottom. And if you're not quite sure yet if it's right for you, there's another button that you can click to have a chat with me to find out if this is actually the divine time for you to join into the brain game or not, or if there's another resource I can point you to that might be of better service to you at this time. But I definitely find this timing that we're starting the brain game right now is really perfect with the alignment with the energies that we're experiencing this month. And so I invite you to consider it and check out that link. And good morning, Doreen. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining on the live. You'll want to go back to the beginning and listen to it because we're just about wrapping up. But yeah, so just enjoy the journey. This is all about finding your purpose, finding your divine purpose, and really allowing yourself to trust the process, to trust the timing, to allow yourself to step into it and slow down and enjoy the journey this year, because it's not the same pace that we had last year. It's going to be slower and more balanced. So enjoy that and have a wonderful day, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.